What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1 representing IC. Guys, today we're going to be covering something that I'm getting a lot of questions asked about, and a lot of people are actually getting close to finally unlocking it. And what I want to do is kind of discuss training gems. Now, a lot of people know that this is something that's pretty vital, especially when you're getting up in the higher tiers, specifically when you're getting to the third section. So I'm going to cover what you need to do to get there, how to get there, what's the quickest way to get there, and what you should be focusing on, and how you should be getting these training gems. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the how. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to explain to you is how to get these training gems, and that is a simple way actually. All you got to do is do 5 arena matches a day minimum, and then that will actually give you those training gems that you're looking for. The second thing you want to do, guys, is you want to also, if you have the level, at least get the blessing up. Okay, so if you have, I think it's blessing 12, let's double check real quick here. I think it's 12, maybe 10 purchase 10 stamina, prayer tokens, there we go, blessing 12. So yeah, I was right. So that will actually end up giving you 1 training stone a day on top of the arena one, so that's 2 a day. Plus you should definitely buy blessing 12. I already covered this in the blessing video. It's vital for advancing further into the blessing stages, so that is a key element to getting further in and getting your units powered up. Okay, so those are the key ways of getting it, guys. Outside of that, what you want to do, guys, is you want to go to teams here and you want to go to training. Now, when I originally started this game, screwed up. Okay, so this is what I did. I maxed out this whole thing. Nobody taught me how to do this. I had to kind of figure out my own way. So I went ahead and maxed this out, and that was the wrong way to do it. So what you want to do, guys, is you want to do as minimum here as possible to get to 150. Ideally focusing on getting your speed max. These ones you want to just get enough just so you can get to speed boost. And same with this. You want to just get enough of each one just to minimize to 150 and then move forward. But the speed max one you want to definitely get for PvP purposes. Damage reduction and damage increase rate are very important as well too, especially the damage increase rate here is super important. So if you have enough training gems after the fact, you can go ahead and finish that one off. Damage reduction is great for nukes and force because it does help them survive longer, but it's not 100% a necessity right away. Okay, so definitely get that up as quick as you can and stick to the 150 only. So this here is for nukes to do more damage with attack boost, and this is for them to survive. This is for tanks or T units to have more HP for survival, but then also for them to nuke more, and also for nukers to nuke more. So this is also a great survival area for nukes. Not quite as good as the force cell, but still a really good cell, especially for things like tribes. When you want raw damage, that damage increase is pretty vital. And like I mentioned, this one here is for usually for tanks and slower units. You want to give them the defense boost, of course, for the survivability, and then you want to give them the speed boost, of course, to be better and faster in arena. And plus, a lot of buffs do stack off that. So if any buff that says you're attacking first, you want to make sure that unit sits here so they get the buff, and then you want to make sure every cell is faster anyway, so you can share that buff across the board. But yeah, those are the key things, guys, for the first one. Team boost as well too. Don't worry about maxing it out right away. Get it to 7 and then move on over here, guys. These are more important. All right, so type affinity training, same scenario. I kind of messed this up when I first started, but then I started to learn a little more, right? So this I should have just kept at 7. That was kind of my mistake there. But then here's what you want to focus on, guys. So the first one across the board, for each one you want to max. Okay, so definitely max out each one of these just so you can get the buffs, or sorry, the stat increases. Now these ones here, you want the bare minimum, because see what it does is attack Shinobi take 8% less damage from tactical Shinobi. Well, they're already a weaker affinity to attack units, so this is not a necessity, and that is pretty much the case across the board, guys. So make sure that when you're doing this, you only get these to 7 in order to move on to here. Now here you want to definitely max out the attack Shinobi, not the cell this time, keep that in mind. So all A units, when you max this out, will get 11% crit rate on top of their original stats, and that stacks with Gamma. And then also the critical damage will be 33%, guys. That is insane, and that also stacks with Gamma. So when you go back to any of my A units, guys, let's take a look at Heavy, for example. That 10% and 33% will actually sit on top of the stats, and that's how you get these nutty percentages like that. Okay, so that's how that works. As you can see here, T units don't have that same luxury, right? But you go to an A unit and bam, there it is right there. So that's the key element, guys, to making sure this works. You want to make sure that you guys have the proper setup and distribute it correctly. So what I'll do is I'll go through it again for you guys so you guys can kind of see here. Make sure you get the 150, focusing on maxing this. If you can, max that. This one does not need to be maxed. This should be maxed, so for sure, and that should be maxed. So those are the key ones there. So max, 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 and max. These ones can probably stay as little as possible. If you have any extras, you can do team boost, and you can probably do attack here and HP here, but that's as far as it needs to go. Okay, so this HP2 bonus is more important than the base stat because it's a percentage, not a flat. Okay, so definitely do that. Type affinity, again, I mentioned max this, and max this, and then max that, max this one, and then do not worry about maxing this, and definitely just get these to the bare minimum. See, I got this to 8 like a fool. I should have just got it to 7. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. That was my mistake. That's probably where the extra 2 came from, or maybe not, but that needed to only be 7. I probably had to do one or another. I chose that one. I have no idea why I chose it. That's the one I chose. And then type ability, you 100% want to go up here and get these ones done. Get this to 7, and then now what I'm doing actually is I'm going for D units because in Abyss they're way more important. And there you go. What it does, it gives you a ton of guard rate from here. And then if you look here, it does damage reduction rate, which is massive, 1%. And then of course it does counter damage at level 100. So these cannot be unlocked to level 100. So nobody knows what absorption is. Nobody knows, well, we know what counter damage is. And special ninjutsu, pretty straightforward, does more damage with your ninjutsu. The reason why I'm not doing T units, guys, is because the damage increase is 0.6%. It's minuscule. And the damage reduction rate for some reason is 0.4 when D units have 1%. Really makes no sense. I have no idea why they did it that way. So I'm going to focus on D units first, and then I'm going to focus on T after the fact. So that is my suggestion, guys, on how to handle this. That is the best way to control your training gems. Remember, use them wisely. They're very hard to get, and after a while, just so you're aware, this one took 13 training gems to max out. This one took, I believe, 10. So it does differ based on where you are. So these ones are going to take 10 at the end of it all. So you're going to be using a lot of training gems to finish this. So guys, be smart about how you use it. Try to minimize these, but get the right ones that matter, and then focus on here and try to maximize this as much as you possibly can. Leave the team boost until the end. It will boost your stats up a little bit and your power, but it's not worth doing right away. You definitely want the multipliers to be done first. So even here before here. All right. Okay, guys, I really hope that helped out. A lot of people were asking this question, so there's the training gem strategy guide. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions, shoot them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Payne. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank God it's Friday.